Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you the Flying Trapeze Bracelet by ChrissyFace81 on Instagram. And today's design is a 7 pin bar design with your centermost pin bar closest to you and then each side going up a staggered step. In this rendition I used I think 5 different colors. I will be showing you the band placement on this rendition. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to take 2 and drop them on my centermost pin bar, and that is the black that you see going along the perimeter here. Okay, so again, just work your way to the edge of your loom. Nothing fancy schmancy about the borders. Well, some of them, but not this one. There's enough fancy smancy looming in this one. I just love it. Ooh, that one ain't going to work. Please make sure you use good quality bands for this bracelet because you will have a lot of tension on these bands. So I do recommend Raqinbow Loom brands. And again, just work your way to the side. And this rendition is 20 pegs, and as you can see, it fits me perfect. So I'm going up 20 pegs again. I'm going to finish up to the top, and then I'll come back and show you our closing steps for the border. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and to close it off, you're simply going to go diagonally to the right 3 times. And then again, making it to the centermost pin bar. Repeat the same thing, mirror image on the opposite side, going diagonally left 3 times. Okay. And now we are ready for our next band placement step. We are going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pin bars. What we're simply going to do is put a upside down V all the way up your loom, laying from left to right, because this will be important in the looming process that you loom from left to right. That way it is even. Okay. Do 1 or 2 more with you, and then I'm going to leave you. This is an easy step. I'd rather spend more time with the looming. Okay, so just complete that all the way up your loom. I'm going to finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I hopped back in because I forgot to tell you. In this rendition, it is the purple and blue or turquoise jelly that you see going down the center on either side of the whites. Okay, so now I'm going to go off and finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and we're ready for our next band placement step. And in this rendition, it is the white that you see going up the center on both sides. I'm going to be using black again. What you're simply going to do is lay a single chain up the 3rd and the 5th pin bar. Show you a few on each side, and then I'm going to go off and leave you and finish mine up. Another easy band placement step. Alright, so continue up that 3rd and 5th pin bar. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement steps. We are going to be placing a single chain up one of the peg and then working a diamond shape. Okay, each one of these diamond shapes I alternated different colors. This time around I'm going to use the same color, which I'll be using gray, and then the purple and blue jellies that you see going up the middle, I'll be using the Tin Man. Okay, so just follow along. I'm going to do a few with you so you can get the pattern down. So what we're going to do is go up on our single chain first, and then we are going to come back with our poof color, which is the glow-in-the-dark purple and the glow-in-the-dark blue. Okay, I'm going to be using gray like I said, and just create a diamond shape. You want to start from your left, work your way to your right, and then finish out your diamond. Okay, And you're going to do the same thing, mirror image on this side. So left first, and to the right. Left, right. Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And then left to the center, and then out. Then you're going to take your secondary color and go forward. And then you're going to take your primary diamond color, lay to the left first, then to the right, to the center, out. Same thing on the opposite side, down to the left, to the outside, diagonally to the right, down to the right. Then you're going to take your forward color, which is for me is a Tin Man, lay that single band going forward, and then get more of your diamond color. And like I said, you can alternate your diamond colors if you want, just however you want to do it. I'm going to do one or two more with you, and then I'm going to leave you. Just remember to always lay to the left, then to the right. Work that left side first. Okay. I'm going to do one on each side with you once more, and then I'm going to leave you, because I think you can get it by now. Again, working the left side each time first. Oops. Come on, get on there. Da, 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 da. Out. Up. And then down. Okay. So finish that to your top, to the top of your loom. I'm going to finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back, and we are ready for our next band placement step. And in this bracelet, it is the purple jellies going down the center right there. Okay, what we're going to do, and please make sure this is a very stretchy band. We're going to take a band and run it across from that pin to that pin, that pin to that pin, across these two pins all the way up your loom. Okay, I'll do a few with you because this is not the last placement step for this band, but this is the easiest way to get it on there correctly. Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop with you. What you want to do is grab your hook right now, and what you're going to do is push this band back and grab this side of the band and bring it around that peg, so you kind of have a triangle around these three bands. Again, push that pin back, band back, to grab the other end of that band and pull it around the pin. Push the band back, grab the other side, and loop it around the pin. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for these three pins or pin bars all the way up your loom. Okay, I'm going to finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back, and we are ready for our last band placement step, and we are laying the blue jellies that's going down the center right there. I'm going to be using Tin Man again, and what we're simply going to do is place a single chain going down the center pin bar. That's the fourth pin bar. And please use good quality bands. This will have a big stretch to it. Okay, so that's what you're going to do to the very end. And I forgot to mention, on the last step, you need to stop one from the border. So do not put a band across these bands right here. And when you get done placing that single chain up the loom, go ahead and put a capping band on your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth pin bars. Okay, I'm going to finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back, and I've gotten my loom turned around, and I've added the capping band on the second, third, fifth, and sixth pin bar. And I'm going to show you on the fourth, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. You're going to take a single band and wrap it around that pin bar or that peg 3 times. Okay, for our first step, we're going to go a pin up from the pin bar, and we're going to go in and grab the topmost band, which should always be your left, of your diagonal. Well, now it's a regular shape V, whereas before it was a upside down V. Okay, we're going to take that band and pull it down to the left, all the way up. Grab it. And you're going to repeat the same thing on your right hand side, except for you're going to pull it down and to the right. So pull each one of these down and to the right. Okay. Last one with you. So I'm going to leave you right here. You go ahead and finish yours all the way up your loom. I'm going to finish mine up and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and we are ready for our next looming step. We are going to be working with the 3rd and the 5th pin bars. And what we're going to do is go in and pull the other half of the band that we just looped. So we're going to go into the 3rd, go all the way to the bottom and grab that white band or your corresponding V color and pull it down to the center. Okay, and we're going to work all the way up our left side first, because if we do this differently, like if you loop one side from the right first and then you loop the left and then you go left first and then right, it's going to change the symmetry of the bracelet. So I do suggest just going down, or all the way up I should say, not down, one side, by going in and grabbing that band, pulling it to the center. Okay, last time on this side. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. So you're going to go in, grab that white band or your corresponding color, and bring it to the center. Okay, all the way up your loom. And I will tell you ahead of time, you will be fishing for bands in this bracelet. So please be patient and make sure you grab the right band, because we want to make sure that your end result is correct. Okay, last time with you guys. So go in, fish that V out, or that V band color, and loop it to the center. Okay, so I'm going to finish mine up and I'll be right back. Remember, if you start with the left, continue with the left all the way up. And if you start with the right, continue with the right. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright everybody, we are ready for our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th pin bars. And I'm going to show you what to do on the left a few times, and then I'm going to go over here and show you on the right. So starting on the left side, you're going to go into your cap band and pull your topmost band, which should always be your left, back to themselves. And then you're going to do the same thing for your right. Then you're going to go back in your capping band and pull your straight forward band forward. And then you're going to go inside that band and pull those bands back down to themselves. And then you're going to go inside that band and pull those next bottom half of your diamonds back to themselves. And then you're going to loom that single chain forward and repeat. So loop those diamonds, or those half of that diamonds, back to themselves, kind of pushing everything down as you go. And then you're going to loop the next bottom half of your diamonds back to themselves, and then the single chain forward, and then loop those back upon themselves, loop those back to their corresponding home post, loop your single chain forward, go inside your single chain, pull those back to their corresponding home post, pull the next bottom half of your diamond back to their corresponding home post, loop your single chain, pull those back, and then pull the bottom half of your diamond, and then your single chain. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you on that side. And on the right side, you're going to do the same thing, mirror image. So go inside your capping band, pull that left side back to its corresponding home post, pull the bottom right, and go forward, and go inside that chain, pull those bands back to themselves, go inside, pull the next bottom half of the diamond back to themselves, loop forward, back to their corresponding home post, forward, there we go. Basically, after you loop your single chain forward, you want to loop everything in that peg back to their corresponding home post, all the way around until you get back to where you're looping your single chain forward. And then again, you're going to loom everything back to their corresponding home post that's in that peg. And you can just look at it that way for both sides. That's probably easier than the instructions I was giving. I wish I would have thought of that then. Oh well. Okay, so that's your pattern. You're going to continue that for the remainder of your loom. I'm going to finish mine up and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. We are going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pin bars, and this time we are always going to be pulling from the right hand side first. Okay, so we're going to start working with our 5th pin bar first. So what we're going to do is go in and grab those triangle bands that's across these 3 pins, which for me is going to be the mother of pearl. So you kind of, what I do and I find is easier for me, I take my hook and I find the band above that mother of pearl band, and I kind of just drop my hook so I can pick up just that mother of pearl band. I think I got more than that's just that one. Okay, let me try it again. See? And then pick up just that mother of pearl band, yep. And we're going to work the right side first, but we're going to be pulling them back to the center. So again, going in, and I'm going to grab those bands in front of my mother of pearl and then twist the hook to grab that mother of pearl and then loop it back to the center. That's what I found is the easiest for me, but as long as you are grabbing that twisted band that is around these 3 pegs, really doesn't matter how you get to the result as long as you get the result. Okay. Again, we're working our right side first on this side just for symmetry's sake. I'll do one more with you on this side and then I'm going to go off, or excuse me, go to the left and show you what to do on the left side, and then I'm going to go off. Okay, so you're going to continue that up all the way on the right, and then you can come back and cross with your left. Again, going in, finding that band, and just pulling to the center. Making sure only to grab that band. Sorry if I'm moving the camera around some, guys. kind of awkward because they're all squished down. Okay, so there's where I'm going to leave you. If you need further instructions, please rewind and replay and then catch back up with us. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and hopefully your loom looks like this all the way to the top. And we are ready for our next looming step. We are going to be working with the 4th pin bar. And what we are going to do is go inside that cap band and take that straight forward band or our single chain band and just loom it forward. And again, you might want to twirl your hook so you can get that band, pushing those bands back and grabbing that one, and kind of being careful because there is a lot of tension on that band. Okay guys, so again, kind of just playing with your hook so you can take that and grab your single chain and then pull that single chain band forward. But you want to make sure everything else is getting pulled through. Okay. You're going to continue looping your single chain all the way up your loom. To get up underneath that band. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back for our next looming step. Alright everybody, I'm back and we're ready for our next looming step. We're going to be working with the 3rd and the 5th pin bar. What we're going to do is go in and grab that single chain band and just pull it forward upon itself. It will not form an exact teardrop shape, so please be aware that it is nothing wrong if it does not form that shape. Okay, last one on this side, and then I'm going to show you what to do on the other side. Going in, grabbing that band, pulling it forward. Okay, so continue that the remainder of your loom. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back. Alright everybody, so we are ready for our final looming step. What we are going to do is go in and grab our perimeter band and just pull it back upon itself all the way to the side and then all the way up our loom, pulling each band back to their corresponding home post. Repeating the same thing, mirror image on the right side, so go in, pulling each band. Oop, if I can find this one. Oop, I grabbed the wrong band on that. I can't believe I did that one. Alright guys, I'm going to go off, fix that, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that guys. So I've gotten it fixed. So what we're going to do is continue with our perimeter, working our bands back to themselves, and then up the side of the loom all the way to the top. Okay, and I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and I'll be right back with how to close, and then we'll pull it off. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and to close it off we're simply just going to continue following the perimeter all the way around to the centermost pin bar. Same thing, mirror image on the opposite side, going in, pushing all those bands back, grabbing your perimeter and just looping it forward. I can grab the band. There we go. We're going to go in, grab our drop bands, pull them up and around, and into our C-clip. Come on. Look, fingers. And then just go ahead and pull it off the loom using your hook. I'm going to take mine off and I'll be right back with our finished bracelet. Alright everybody, so I've gotten the bracelet off the loom and hopefully your flying trapeze looks like this. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you do decide to make one, please make sure to hashtag flying trapeze. Also tag ChrissyFace81 on Instagram and also myself. Alright, if you've enjoyed today's tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by hitting the little button below. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day. Loom on, Loomers. Bye-bye.